4Beerzin! Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas.
What you call me? A hoe.
Hey, ho, let's go. Here we are. Christmas special. You've got myself here, Dan, straight in front of me. He's moved seats. His name's Joe.
Hello.
Hello.
And then next,
I was just going to
jump
say,
ahead. No,
hello.
jump ahead. Then we got Rob on the right.
Hello.
And then we got a special guest that's flown all the way from Canada.
Woo!
How you going?
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
him.
sound Canadian.
Very Canadian.
And his
What's his name?
Ash.
Ash. Welcome, Ash.
Welcome, Ash.
Thank you.
We all go a long way back, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We
Yeah,
do.
good 15, 20 years.
So we'll let Ash tell you the story, but yeah, he's originally from Australia and he moved to Canada, follow his dreams, and he's come all the way back here for this podcast.
Yeah, so I got in yesterday. So I haven't even been here almost 24 hours.
And your first pint. What happened with your first pint? Just to explain it.
Yeah.
A shout out to Jacob. Jacob Borgwell right now.
Thanks, Jacob.
Jacob knocked the pint. Yeah, you go.
Yeah,
First beer.
So I remember I've been here almost now 24 hours, but caught up with Danny Boy and you guys, and we went down to the pub, had a couple of beers, and I remember saying to Danny when we brought the first round that this is the first beer I've had in Australia in nearly 4 years. The last time I was here was in 2019, just before COVID. So we sit down, have a couple of beers, or sit down, have a couple of drinks, and long story short, the beer got spilt all over me. So I got a couple of sips out of it, but that was about it.
It went on me too, but not as much as Ash. I didn't get a pint out of it.
Jacob, you owe Ash another pint. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, what are we doing today, Danny?
Well, it's our Christmas special.
Woo!
So we're going to talk all about
Happy
Christmas.
Christmas to that's not a fucking Christmas song, is
Nah,
it? Whoops.
definitely
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
What's the best Christmas song you guys will know?
Oh,
Mariah
Carey.
Good old Jingle
Mariah
Bells.
Carey. Gotta be Mariah Carey.
Do your best, Mariah Carey.
All right, this is my best Mariah Carey.
Go.
Do, do, do.
You can do some lyrics.
Oh,
lovely.
I've got mind blank. She is the
Mind
best,
blank.
eh?
So she's thought out.
I'm thinking of another Christmas song because I got roped into. I say roped into. I thoroughly enjoyed it watching Love Actually the other night. That has got to be the best Christmas movie ever made.
It's pretty good.
Made.
It's pretty good.
That's a big call. So I've got a controversial one for you.
Go.
Oh, yeah?
Go.
Die Hard.
Oh.
Is it
amazing.
or is it
Christmas?
not a
It
Christmas
is.
movie?
It is. Can we make that a question for everybody after this podcast? Put in if you think Die Hard is a Christmas film or not a Christmas film. 'Cause it is.
It comes up every year.
Yep.
Christmas, right?
Christmas.
I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes. Because it starts at a Christmas party. I think that's right at the beginning. And then all of a sudden people start dying. I don't know why, but...
It's because it's Christmas. That's the present. You die and you die and everybody fucking dies.
I'll come back to you on a Mariah Carey, but that is definitely the top song.
All right.
So we've started off our Christmas special with Everybody Dies.
Only in Die Hard.
And
Yeah,
Merry
yeah,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Mine's my favourite Christmas song is it the Spanish song Feliz?
Feliz Navidad.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's the
one.
one.
What's that
Yeah.
one?
How's it
One
go?
of my-
How's it go?
the same way as you sang Mariah Carey's one.
But I'll tell you what, I take it back. Mariah Carey is probably one of the best Christmas songs, but to be honest, the best Christmas song is by Wham, Last Christmas.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Then the very next day,
You gave
give it away.
Ash, you don't have to sing it.
Well,
No, you
This is
do.
not
You
what
do.
happened.
I
It
was
is.
kind of thinking that when it's Christmas time, Michael Bublé comes out of the woodworks. You don't hear
he
about him
does,
all
yeah.
year round, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden December is his time to shine.
He bubbles up.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's terrible.
He's
You're welcome. Mariah Carey and fucking Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
I'm going Wham,
Still Wham?
Still Wham.
still
Yeah.
Wham, Wham, Bam. That's not a Christmas tune, but it is a single.
So, as we digress through we have
But,
a
know,
guest, Ash.
we
our
do,
guest,
we do,
yeah.
and he's all the way from Canada, so
He flew in particularly just for this podcast.
he did, and a Christmas in Canada, I'm sure, is very different to a Christmas in Australia. Not just Perth, but just Australia in general. I'm sure the
What's the
temperature
differences?
difference, yeah.
It's very, very cold. That's one of the biggest differences. So, I mean, cold, you think minus 30 degrees in some parts. So if you think about that, you get a cup of boiling water. When it's minus 30, you throw it in the air and it turns to snow in the air.
In the air.
How'd you do it?
Boiling water, throw it up in the air, turns to snow.
Wow.
That's how cold
Did
it
you
is.
say, how would you do it? Like it's a magic trick.
I didn't do it.
What's your secret?
It's
That's
just
cold.
science.
Got a friend on the
Science.
side throwing a snowball in.
Yeah.
That is proper cold, though, isn't it?
It's pretty cold.
So I think Canada, I think South Park. Anyone else?
Well,
Ryan Reynolds? Avril Lavigne?
I know, yeah, Avril Lavigne. I do think.
Avril
that,
Lavigne, yeah. I like to think about Avril Lavigne sometimes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to. Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
There's
Canada.
loads. I heard Dan Aykroyd's. He was Canadian.
Was he Canadian?
Yeah.
Wow. The
Big time.
beer in Canada I actually think is pretty good.
Beer's really good.
Yeah,
a lot
better
of
beer.
microbreweries around, so that's quite a good thing. So, I mean, beer's good. The snow is good. So, I mean, it's cold, but you can go skiing and snowboarding and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's just a different type of Christmas and New Year's, I think.
So, what's the quintessential kind of Vancouverian kind of Christmas? What do you get up to during the day?
So this time of year, I mean, you can still go out and do a little bit of hiking and stuff like that. Camping, no, it's a bit too cold, but mainly it's going to be skiing and snowboarding. So now the mountains, like there's snow up there, so you can get out there and have a bit of fun. So yeah, that's definitely high on the list of things that people do. So
And is that all around you? No, but
What, the
is it
snow?
like no? But is it like a 3-hour drive to the snow?
it's
or
about,
is it...
I mean, to the snow, you can go downtown, so the CBD, and you can take a bus 20 minutes later and you're at a ski hill.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how close it is.
Like
but I
cat
mean,
bus.
the Canadian people are very, very nice and very, very friendly. So I think it's probably the third or fourth Christmas there. I got a Christmas card from a lovely lady, from a friend. And
What was the name? Anyway,
Probably
and
Tanya.
it was a nice surprise.
Tanya.
Yeah.
But
They have Tanya's in Canada, don't they?
but
Yeah,
I
gotta
wasn't.
have, yeah.
I met her 6 months earlier, and I wasn't expecting
wow.
to get a Christmas card from her. So
nice.
so that was a
A
very
proper
nice
card
surprise.
in the mail.
Proper card in the mail.
Yeah, because let's just
mate,
stay.
you made an impression.
Yeah.
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 We're
Can I
not-
ask? We good at that. So we always say Tanya. So you remember? Well, it's Ash is from Perth originally, like way back. So you
Yeah.
remember the old milk drink cartons, and you're like, oh, where's Tanya? Tanya, mate. Tanya. What is the bogan Canadian name for a lady?
I feel like Tanya needs to be the official bogan.
They don't have no
so
bogans
so in
there.
Canada, they don't say bogan, they say redneck.
Redneck.
Redneck is the equivalent to a bogan.
But that's in America, Texas, or do they have their
It's the
own?
same. It's the same. I mean, it's the same in Canada. Yeah, they'll say
So in Canada, the redneck is still Tanya.
the red. Well,
I just thought they were
I
all
feel
cold.
like that's the official term now. I think that we've
coined
now
it. We've coined it.
created a new name.
Canada, you're welcome. You are now welcome
Yeah.
to Tanya, the redneck Tanya.
Yeah.
That's all right, Ryan Reynolds. We'll
Tanya.
sort it out for you, mate.
So I mean, so this lovely lady Tanya. So I met her 6 months earlier. 6 months earlier. So obviously the seasons are different here, or in Canada compared to here. So July, August is summer. So I don't know if you've been to the east coast of Canada, but there's a couple of little islands out there called Newfoundland. So Newfoundland, every year there's a festival called George Street. George Street has the most densely populated, the most pubs in one street anywhere in North America.
Wow. Where's
it's
the
like
French
Fremantle.
bit then? Where's the French Canada bit? Is that more north?
Yeah, so Quebec
East.
is the French Canada part, and that's west of Newfoundland, but it's on the east side
Yeah,
of Canada. Yeah. So this part of Canada there's about 25 pubs in a space of probably 300 meters. There's just like jam packed
That's
with
cool.
pubs.
And would I find Celine Dion in any of them?
I think she's still in Vegas. I think that's where she lives. I don't know.
We've got big shout out to Leon Dion.
That's where they go to live and then die, isn't it? Vegas?
Here's hoping.
Now, you're welcome on the show, Leon Dion. You can speak English, French?
Friends?
Yep.
Francie?
Canadian French, whatever you like.
But I didn't know that about Canada when I first moved there, that there was a French part. And it's very different to the English speaking part of Canada.
And it's not French like the French speak either, is it? It's like their own dialect.
I don't know because I'm still learning English. So for me to understand a different language is completely
I don't know
foreign.
either, to be honest. I was just trying to...
I barely struggled to get through a sentence in English. So who knows? Like it could be perfect for all I know, but...
Craziness. I don't know any French. Does anybody know any French?
We don't know any French people, which is... I feel
Un, deux,
bad.
trois.
I feel like we should.
Un, deux, trois. The Champs-Élysées is a busy
bonsoir.
street.
Bonjour.
I'm pretty sure that's English.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir, je m'appelle Dan.
Je m'appelle Jean.
That's it. I'm done.
I have no idea what you guys are saying.
I know. But that
Je
good.
m'appelle.
Yeah, je m'appelle.
So being a Christmas special, I believe, Danny, you got some Christmas special stuff, right?
Oh, I do. If I look
Right.
into my bag, my 4Beerzin bag.
Which you can purchase in 2025.
2025. We've got 2 years to make this shit happen.
So the lads here have not seen what's inside my bag.
But
It's coming
too
up.
wrong.
It's coming up.
Oh, dude.
So, all right, who's going to describe what's in my bag?
Well, you just clinked it against the microphone there, but that's
I
a
know.
very
That's
nice
really
drink
fake.
right there.
It's,
That is
it's browned goodness.
All I
brown
can see-
goodness.
All I can see is ignite the night.
Jeez.
With a red tip.
I'm supposed to work tomorrow, but it's not going to happen.
Nah, you'll be right.
Can everybody know out there in the real
Don't
world,
drink this while you're pregnant.
Danny's
lads.
the bad influence?
It's made
Warm,
it's made in
brown.
Belgium. That's all we're giving you. Oh, it's cinnamon flavored.
You've never heard of Fireball. So Danny right now is
Hang on.
Oh, is that what it is?
salivating
There's
over a
more.
full bottle
There's more.
of Fireball. Like Fireball, cinnamon whiskey, and apple juice.
So I was informed that the the best Christmas drink is Fireball and apple juice.
I've actually
I
heard
have
this.
no idea about the measurements. We might need to Google. I can't pour and Google, but if someone can Google,
I'll get my phone.
we
out.
get the measurements right. But we're all going to have a bit of Fireball and apple splash.
This is your fault, Ash.
Through
So we're
drink.
experimenting for the Christmas special.
We are. It's served chilled. I can't.
Is this chilled?
Nah. It's definitely a lukewarm. It's definitely a lukewarmed
There's
Apple.
steam coming off it.
splash. Splash. We've all got cups here and they're red for Christmas.
So it's called an apple pie.
Oh, hang on. that's
Just
yours.
Googling this, so it's an apple pie.
No, it's Christmas
So what is a
special.
Fireball apple pie?
So
It
how
is-
much Fireball am I putting in each
So
cup?
Fireball cinnamon whiskey, which is not sponsored by us with Apple.
Oh, it looks
We
like it's going
just-
to be free pour.
We just made your favorite mix even easier. Now available, ready to drink. Fireball whiskey and sparkling apple. A generous serve of Fireball cinnamon whiskey pairs perfectly with the crisp apple for
Let's
a
put the apple juice in
ultimate
first. 'cause,
refreshment.
all I can smell is cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. I know there's a bit of alcohol in there.
Do you want me to look up the pouring requirements?
All right, let's put a bit of apple juice in. Oh,
Oh, no. We've given up on the point requirements.
Right. That's what they do in Canada. Free pour. I've heard it. For
Free pour.
people that go to
Actually,
Whistler,
playing pool
they
in
just free
Canada
pour.
was strange. They move the white ball wherever they want.
What?
A lot
Is
of
there not
things in
house
Canada
rules?
is strange. So there's a thing in Canada called the ski shot.
Oh.
So what they do, you go to a pub and you go to a bar, and they all get so they do actually they'll get a hockey stick, and the hockey stick has a whole bunch of holes cut in it. What they put in those holes are shot cups. So there might be like 5 or 6 shot cups in a row, and they'll fill whatever drink you want in there. And you get a row of people. So there might be 5 or 6 people lined up, and you all hold the hockey stick and you tip it. So you have to tip, because everyone's at different heights, right? So you're
yeah.
trying to like tip this drink.
They're not big in Canada.
Into your mouth.
I imagine them big because they're hockey players, eh?
So tipping at the same time, all trying to get the drink in the mouths.
Yeah. And it usually goes everywhere but your mouth. Like my first beer tonight.
Thank you, Jacob.
All right. So just because Ash has come from Canada, we're
Can you pour them down the mic just for funsies?
What are we doing?
Yeah, pour yourself another shot and just pour it near the mic so we can hear what it sounds like.
Oh, so I get a double, triple shot.
You get a triple shot.
Fireball.
Near the mic. Didn't hear it. You can do it again.
No, that's okay. I can do it again.
No.
I can do it again with everyone else's drink. Look, there you go.
It actually kind of smells like an apple pie.
Pass that over. This is a proper Christmas drink. So don't worry about your eggnog. All right. So we're going to drink this together for the first time ever.
So hang on. So because we're 4 beers in, what are we doing? We're doing 4 apple pies.
A Fireball. It's a Christmas drink.
It's called an apple pie.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, I looked it up. Apple pie.
Apple pie. Yeah.
So we can say 4 apple pies in.
4 apple pies in. Let's do it.
All right.
I
4.
thought apple
All
pie.
right. See you at the bottom.
So 3, 2, 1.
4 apple pies in. Well, that's all right, isn't it?
Fuck, this one's strong. This one's strong.
Yeah.
What do they do with the apple pie in that movie? I've forgotten.
Oh, he shags it.
Does he?
Yeah, he gives it a good rogering. You knew that. You set me up, you bugger.
Yeah. You taste the cinnamon in it? Oh, that's good. Yeah. Is it Christmas? I've never had eggnog.
You know what? It actually tastes pretty good.
I like it.
does.
Not going to lie.
This is going to make me really
like it,
drunk.
Yeah, we put some ice in it. I can see
Yeah.
why it needs to be chilled.
I like it.
Being Christmas, I'm already 5 beers in, and then this.
That is a bit lovely, I must admit. That is a bit lovely.
So what's next on the agenda there, mate?
Well, Secret Santa. Whether it's a Secret Santa in your family or whether it's one at work. Has anyone got any stories about their Secret Santas at work or, like I said, family?
Do they do Secret Santa in Canada?
They got to.
It must.
It is a thing, but it's not something that I've experienced. Like where I work, we haven't had a Secret Santa. But I kind of wish that we did.
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of it. I think you get what you get, right? I think because the thought's gone out of it,
See,
right?
I love Secret Santa for the reason of because it's a secret.
But do you have
No
a
one
price?
knows.
Exactly.
Do you have
yeah.
a cost? So they're like,
Yeah,
Secret
$20.
Santa, $20. Yeah, I
$20.
like that.
Yeah.
$100. That's what it is in my family. If you're listening,
$100.
too much.
Too much money.
Too much. So if I've got your Secret Santa, right? If I am your Secret Santa, you're not getting $100.
So
You're getting what you get.
I've done a Secret Santa before, and I'm pretty sure you let me into this. So I work in an educational facility that we're not allowed to mention. But you got a strong one. Your face was amazing. So this educational facility,
Lovely.
I thought because look, no one knows who you are.
Yeah.
So you could buy whatever you want,
Yeah.
and they have to deal with the consequences of it. And so I've done
That's
this.
it.
I've done this a couple of times.
Get what you get.
Yeah,
Don't get upset.
Exactly. And so one time, so there was this cricketer guy. This was the easy one. The cricketer guy, and he was right into his cricket. He loved his cricket. And so I thought, all right, so he likes some cricket gear. All right, so...
What'd you get, a cricket ball?
No, I bought him a box. And the cricket box.
Yeah.
But I bought him a female version one.
You have to explain this one then, Ray.
And so you can get a female cricket box because they need protection too.
Oh, you mean down
you're
there.
talking about-
I'm with you
you're talking
now.
about a cup.
Yeah.
So
Cup, like
where
a
you
cup.
protect your main Johnson.
How big is the female one?
The female one is just a little strip. It was actually really weird.
Nah.
Yeah, you can go to any sports shop and you can see these. They're like this weird strip. There must be different sizes for different strips because I've seen lots of different sizes.
It is
but with the
quite.
strip,
It is
it's
quite.
like- it's more petite. There's nothing to
Yeah.
cup
Wow.
as much.
With balls, there's no protection.
That's
There's nothing.
interesting because I thought that was just the normal male one. That's what I've been using. I just realized now there's a male and a female one.
Well, hey, look. Well,
When
to
you
each-
say it's stripped,
it's
is
like
it
a strip, like a stripper.
that you insert.
No. There's no insertion.
Where's the protection?
Like when you play cricket, the ball doesn't insert.
We're still talking about women's.
Yeah,
cup,
women's. Yeah. But there's no
We
insertion.
might have to get a woman to comment who plays cricket
That'd be
about
amazing.
the cup. Yeah, just put in the comments. Just verify about this.
A ladies' cricket
Confirm.
cup. Yeah, or
ladies
a-
cricket cup.
Yeah, but then I've done another one as well, like to drag race a little bit. And so there was a lady at my work, great lady, loved her camping, and I checked with her. I was like, "So you like your camping? Camping's cool, right?" Yeah. She's like, Yes, Rob, I love my camping. And I'm like, cool. I know.
Do it every weekend.
Yeah, camp all the time with the kids. It sucks.
Yeah.
And so, and half the time, it's like half the problem is like you have a few drinks, and then you need to constantly go to the bathroom and stuff like that. And so sometimes there aren't lavatories for everybody if you're camping out in the bush.
That's it.
So I thought, being the secret Santa at my place where I work, where I can't say where I work, I would buy a shiwi. So if you guys know what a shiwi is,
Yeah, fully aware of a shiwi. Yeah,
Ash,
it's like a
you know what
funnel.
shiwi is?
Never heard of it.
So it's a female funnel that you can put on a female, and it makes a little tube come out.
Right.
So they can pee like a man.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and so it
When
helps.
camping, let's do it. Yeah,
Just they can stand and pee.
do it in the back alley, wherever.
Yeah, and so that's what she got for.
Was she like, thank you, Santa?
Well, I
She
wasn't
got-
there. I didn't turn up for Secret Santa
Oh no! Well, who's got me this? This is fantastic.
in front of 50 people when she didn't know who the Secret Santa was. But now she does.
That's the joy of Secret Santa, isn't it? I got an iron one year.
And I.
Secret
iron?
Santa, yeah, from an old boss. So it wasn't really secret. I think he was more upset because his partner didn't iron his clothes, and mine did.
Well, actually, you got
So he
to
got-
talk about that for a second. So, what do you mean by your partner irons your clothes?
Well, my wife irons my shirt.
Your shirt or shirts?
Well, that would be the dream, wouldn't it? To go, here's 5 shirts for the week, iron them all, make you a cuppa, do my bit.
That's your aspiration.
So you make a cuppa and she irons 5 shirts or 7.
Well, she could,
Do you
but
make
there's
five,
no need
Do
now.
you make 5 cups of tea for the 5 shirts? Or is it
Doesn't
just
take
one?
that long.
I'm gonna
Surprisingly, ironing doesn't take that long. No matter what anyone tells
so you're
you,
told.
I have ironed shirts before.
Before when?
Yeah, loads of times.
How many years ago?
Loads of
You
times.
got it for a Secret Santa.
I'm gonna,
It's a 5-minute job, really.
Loads isn't a number though.
Yeah, loads. But I think it's looking after your partner, isn't it?
what? She's looking after you.
Yeah, by ironing. Some people think, it's a women's thing. It's not a women's thing. It's like, I'm going to look after you. I'm going to iron your clothes.
I'm pretty sure Albert Einstein didn't say E equals MC loads.
I'm going to stick up for the man here. Like you, I know you're. We can't say names, so I know you're Tanya, and she does look after you. Well, you look after your Tanya as
Yeah,
well.
she irons, she paints. She's a machine.
Michelle, she's a
That's what my
lovely,
neighbour told
lovely
me.
Tanya, and she looks after you by ironing your shirts, 7 shirts.
So just
But
for the
she's-
ladies out there, don't worry. She doesn't also make my lunch. It's okay.
Not yet.
But it's okay to do that for your man, your other, him,
Let's say
her
Merry Christmas.
partner.
Let's say Merry
Christmas to all the wives and husbands out there that make lunches and
Iron the shirts.
iron the shirts. You know, good on ya.
Merry Christmas to all our Tanyas.
Merry Christmas to all our Tanyas that do all that stuff.
Yeah,
we
Merry
really
Christmas.
appreciate it.
We love yous.
We do. We really do. Can't beat that, can you?
So I was talking to Ash before. We were talking about the dating scene in Canada.
Yeah.
Can you tell us? Have you got a little Tanya? A little Tanya, could be whatever size Tanya, but do you have a Tanya waiting for you back in Canada? Is the name Tanya? Because that'd be amazing. We need someone
she
on-
was Tanya.
we
We
need
need
someone to
someone
come on.
called Tanya to
Come
come on
on.
and go,
Yeah,
yeah, it's not all about me or something.
yeah. It's just like, what the?
So her name isn't Tanya, but I haven't met a Tanya yet in Canada. So I feel like
Yet.
if I have a daughter, maybe her name needs to be Tanya. I don't know. But
There's Tanya.
maybe
But
not.
Tanya's that step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Yeah, step up. You can be a Tanya, but a Tanya.
Oh, Tanya? Tanya.
Tanya.
Yeah.
But
So what names
yeah.
have come across the snowboarder?
The
What do you call it? I don't know what you call
snowboarder.
that.
very very similar names to Australia.
yeah.
A lot of different names.
What's the?
I'm thinking Vikings.
What is the
I'm thinking
quintessential
Vikings.
Canadian name?
Canada.
If you
Lagatha, a couple of Lagathas.
Lagathas. Would
That
Lagatha
sounds
be a big name?
Irish.
No, she's Canadian. Or Avril. Avril's a weird, like, not weird. Sorry, Avril Lavigne. If you want to come on our show, we'd love to have you on
We
our
would
show.
love to have you on. Yeah, I'll be
Defo.
your skater boy. Anyway, so what's the common Canadian name? If we have Tanya,
Stephanie. I reckon it's Steffo. Not Steffo, but Stephanie. Defo.
I think a Mary is pretty traditional, so a Mary probably would be out there, you know.
That's lovely.
It's a lovely
Mary.
Christmas name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually met a Mary when I was in Newfoundland, and so when I was at that festival, I was just at a pub. So I was there for 10 days. This is the last night that I was there, and before I went out, I was thinking, you know what, I'll stay in tonight because I have an early flight tomorrow morning. But I thought for whatever reason I'll go out and have a couple of drinks. And so I met a lovely lady. Her name was Mary, and we just were like chatting. And she said, "Hey, let's go to the pub across the road." And so we walk across the road and we sit down, order a beer. So we're sitting at the bar, had a couple of beers, or had one beer, the first beer. And she said, "I just need to go to the washroom. Do you mind looking after my bag for me?"
Hang on. So we got Mary calling it a washroom. That's the first.
So
This is the first call, yeah.
So I wish at this point, when she said to me, now knowing what I know, when she said, "Do you mind looking after my bag?"
You're not at an airport, so you.
I wish at that point I said, "You know what, just take your bag with you."
Yeah, I would.
But I was surprised because I'd only known her for probably 15 minutes or 20 minutes. And I thought, okay, she's like trusting me to look after her bag. And I've only been there for, 10 days. So I thought everything was fine. So she goes to the washroom, toilet, bathroom.
Yeah, I never had it.
And I,
He's dying to jump in. Nick. You get going.
and so now I'm sitting there at the bar and I have a full beer, her
and
her bag, and my beer.
fucking bomb.
15 minutes goes by, doesn't come back. 30 minutes goes by, doesn't come back. So at the 30-minute mark, I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe she had a curry. Maybe she's kind of like, I don't discriminate. Like, I'm like, okay, fine. Like,
Big
she's
poo.
just, things are going through her system. That's great. 45 minutes goes by, doesn't come back. An hour and a half goes by.
And you're like, my plane's about to go.
Did you look in the bag?
No, at that point, I didn't look in the bag.
I would have been like, it's been an hour and a half.
So what did
Did you go to
do?
the toilet?
So I stayed there because I was waiting for her to come back. But my question is, would you guys have stayed in that situation?
I would have gone to the toilet. I would have knocked on the toilet door.
Would you have
again.
taken her bag?
So you
with
would've-
you?
I
You
would
would've
have
gone to the
opened
ladies'
bag.
toilet.
I would have gone to the ladies' toilet and knocked on and going, "You're right, babes."
Babes. You would have said
Not
babes.
if you, I know you wouldn't.
So you'd known her for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I've gone, "All right, babes."
No, I would have asked a female bartender and gone like, my friend has been an hour and a half in the bathroom. Can you check on her?
I don't want to touch the bag in case it's a bomb.
Yeah.
What would you done, Rob? You would have not. You not done the girls' toilet and gone, "All right, Mares."
I would have gone and got another beer and left the bag and just gone moved on. I'm not joking. I don't know. I actually don't know.
I
I
could
guess
have
I'd
left
have waited.
without knowing what was in that bag.
Yeah. So
No
what
way.
happened?
So I was sitting there and waiting, and I didn't want to just leave the bag there. So I asked the barmaids, like, "Hey, did you see a girl that this pub is packed, right? So it's shoulder
Yeah.
to shoulder. This is like a Friday, Saturday night. It's packed." And I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for this girl to come back, and it's been an hour and a half, and I'm like, "What is going on?"
It's a long ciggy. If she's on this.
And the bartenders are like, they're looking at me like I've got two heads. Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't see anybody. Now it's 1 a.m.
Oh my god.
The bar's closing. Everybody's leaving. And I'm still sitting there at the bar. And I have her full beer next to me. She had a couple of sips. And her bag.
Yeah, yeah.
And now the bouncer comes over to me and says, "Hey, like, we're closing up. You have to leave." And I'm like, this girl went to go to the toilet. She hasn't come back. Like, the biggest thing for me was I had her bag there. So I didn't want to be walking around a pub with some woman's bag. And it's like,
Wasn't your colour. Didn't match your shoes.
I wouldn't have opened it. I would have gone to the toilet and gone, "All right, Mares." Is that
Mares?
what's short for Mary?
Mars?
Mares? What do you call
Mars.
Mary? Mars?
Ma.
Mares?
Hey, Ma.
Is there anything short for Mary?
Ma.
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 I don't know.
Hey,
Like, carry on with the story, Ash, because I'm really like on the edge of my seat. You obviously can't see because you're listeners. I'm biting my nails.
So you all right, let's reset the scene. So you're at the bar. Security guards come up. You're there. She's got a full beer left there in a bag.
So how many?
He's called Frank.
How many hours have passed?
This is
now,
2
then?
hours.
2
now.
hours have passed. And the security guard's called Frank.
God.
What did
Frank.
Frank say to you?
Frank.
So Frank says, "Hey, look, we're closing. You have to leave." And I said,
What did you say?
"I'm waiting for somebody to come back because this is her bag." And they're like, "I don't care. You have to leave." So I pick up her bag, and now I start knocking on all the doors.
You stole a bag.
Oh no, washroom, right?
Is the bag ticking?
I'm going to
As you picked it up, do you just hear this ticking going?
So now I'm knocking on doors, and I'm like, "Hey," and there's no one in there. Everybody's left. So now I walk out of this pub, past security, with this woman's bag. Oh my! I'm staying in an Airbnb, which is 5 minutes from where that pub is. This is 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I have a flight at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I wasn't expected to go out that long. So now I go back to the Airbnb, and I'm like, "What do I do?" It's now
Open the bag. Open the bag.
It's now 2:30. I'm sitting there. I have a flight in a few hours, and I've got some woman's bag that I have only known for 15 minutes.
And so what did you do?
It's like deal or no deal.
So now I open the bag.
Oh, yeah, Danny.
Here we go. There we go.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the same with you, but for me, like a woman's bag is like
It's sacrilege.
very-
it's
I won't look at a woman's purse because it's a nightmare to find anything.
even if you
I'm
even
like,
if you're
sort
seeing
it out,
someone,
mate. Like, sort it out.
like you're seeing somebody, right? And they're like, "Hey, you just grab something out of my bag," and I just feel awkward. Like I don't.
It's their space. Personal space.
It's like a
space.
woman's diary. You want to look into it, but you just can't be asked.
So I open her bag, and she has her purse in there. She has like a whole bunch of stuff. She has her phone in there, her ID, all of these things. So I see her ID, and so now I know like her full name. Her phone is in there, but the battery is like completely flat.
Yeah.
And so I start charging it up, and I'm like, okay, I have to call the police. So I call the police, and I say, "Hey, so this is the situation. I was at this pub. I met this girl. She said she was going to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
This is her name." And their response to me was, "Where are you right now?" They said, "That bar that you were at, this girl, she's on her way to the hospital." And she said some asshole stole her bag.
So, all right. So what happened?
So they said, "Don't move. Give us your address. We're sending somebody out right now."
Yeah.
At this point, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I have a flight in a few hours.
yeah.
I've been up like for a long time, and I don't know what's going on.
No.
And in my mind, I'm thinking like I didn't do anything wrong, and they're
No.
saying like. So
Wait a
when I
minute. So this was yesterday, and now you've done a runner.
Yeah.
And now you're in
So,
Now you're on
Now I'm
4Beerzin
in
podcast.
and I brought the bag with me.
Yeah. And here you
welcome back to Australia.
go. We've got props, but not real life props.
So what I missed out of that is when they told me that she said somebody said that somebody stole her bag. He also said that she's on her way to the hospital because they thought that maybe somebody put something in a drink.
Oh, shit.
And so I'm like, oh shit, like this is, and at this point, like my status in Canada was a permanent resident, but they can still kick me out of there in that status. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
I was going to stay in tonight.
and I wish I had have
Quite
stayed
not
in
in, yeah.
at that point. So this police car turns up about 15 minutes later.
Oh, shit.
And I stand outside and I have the bag in my hand, and the officer comes up to me and he says, "Stop." And I'm like, "Hey," like I go up to him, like he's a stop, put the bag down and step back. I'm like, okay.
Did you say, sorry to interrupt, did you say good day?
G'day, mate. I'm from Australia. Don't know what's going on right now.
I don't know what's going on.
I didn't know what to think. So I was like, at that point, I'm just exhausted. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit. I didn't even know this. Like, is there something else going on?
I didn't
like,
even
am
wanna
getting
go
set
out.
up? Like, I have no idea. And so I've dropped the bag and I step back and he says, "Tell me what happened tonight." And so I tell him the story that I met this girl. We went to the pub. Like, we ordered a beer and he's asking me all these questions. And I said the same thing that I said right now. Like, this is up to this point, this is what happened.
She got away.
And he said, well, she's at the hospital right now, so we're opening up an investigation. And I said, look, I have a flight in about 4 hours' time.
I got to go, mate.
What did he say to that?
So he said,
Is this investigation still going on?
We shouldn't be talking about it, should we?
Oh,
It's
shit.
it's an ongoing.
'Cause this is going to go out soon.
so he says, this is an
Hopefully,
open
you're not guilty.
It's an open investigation.
Oh,
He said, you can make your way to the airport, but we may get in touch with you and we'll tell you what happens after that. So I fast forward 4 hours. I'm at the airport. I check in and I sit down at the gate and my phone starts calling. This is 10 minutes before the plane is boarding.
You know what this is like? That show, 24.
24.
24. It's
Yeah.
like real life time. And I feel like we're still in that
Yeah.
real.
So
I
Keith
feel like this
Sutherland-
is live.
Yeah.
So Keith Sutherland, if you're
So-
out there right now, we'd like to get on a podcast to
I
refute
know.
this is like 24.
I know. It's like four
Would you
beers
open that
in.
bag? Would you?
4
yeah.
beers in just got real.
All right, so you're at the airport, phone's going off. What happens?
So I look at my phone and I don't recognize the number. I'm like, this is some random number. I don't know. Do I just ignore it and jump on the plane, or do I just answer the call?
Oh, shit.
I end up answering the call. And on the end of the call is this woman's voice. And at the time, like, I didn't really recognize the voice. I didn't know who it was. And she said, the first thing that she said was,
Jesus Christ, son, what the fuck have you done? Mom, stop phoning me. Anyway,
so the first words that come out of this person's voice is, I am so sorry.
Oh, it's got to be the bird, isn't it? Got to be the bird. Got to
Yeah,
be
it's the bird.
Tanya.
Yeah.
Tanya,
Oh, your
So
conscience.
it's Tanya that I met a few hours earlier.
she sobered up.
And she's like, I am so, so sorry. And I'm like, who is this? And she's like,
Yeah.
it's Tanya. And I'm like, hey, Tanya.
Tanya lives at this street and has this mobile top of mobile phone and there's nothing in the
So
bag.
I didn't
It's like,
mean to
did
put
you
you
look through
through
my
all
bag?
But what happened?
So what actually happened was she said, look, I don't normally go out. I don't normally drink. But I had a few drinks before I met you. When I said I went to the toilet and I passed out.
Oh.
They were banging on the door for half an hour and she didn't respond. So they called the ambulance, the paramedics. They ended up breaking
Yeah.
into the door, taking her to the hospital. She woke up in the ambulance to a whole bunch of paramedics around her. The last thing she remembered was that she was sitting at the bar with me. And now she knows that she doesn't have a bag with her.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
the first thing that comes out of her mouth is, this arsehole that I just met at the pub just stole my bag.
Yeah.
So is she Canadian or is she
Canadian.
Canadian? Yeah.
So how many shots did you buy when she went to the toilet out of her money? I'm joking.
So anyone traveling to Canada,
Yeah.
there's a story for you.
Be careful. Don't take strange girls' bags.
An hour and a half he was there with the
No,
bag.
you didn't. Look, I can bet we
I would have
can,
knocked on that toilet. I'd have been going, are you doing a poo or what?
we can vouch for this man. You and I both know this gentleman right here
Oh, no,
for
he's
many,
definitely
many
innocent.
years.
He's just
totally
told
innocent
us.
man. Legend
He's
of a
just
man.
told us. Yeah, they all
He
say
just
that.
told you
though.
that.
Yeah, no, legend of man. Hey,
So
look,
this is a Christmas special.
we're coming to the end. We're coming to the end of the Christmas special.
We're going to give a couple of shout outs because it's Christmas. And
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
so if you want a candle, look no further. Coconuts of the Earth. Check them out on Insta. Fantastic.
Coconuts of the
You
Earth?
You want candles in the coconut?
Yep.
That's where you go.
So where's Candles of the Earth? Where's that at?
Insta.
Insta. Cool.
And
No worries.
probably and all your social platforms.
Cool.
But they are fantastic.
And what about our friends up in Joondalup?
What's going on up on Joondalup?
So, panel and paint.
Are we doing free sponsorship now?
Yeah.
Is it free now? I thought
Free.
they were good.
Nah, go get your car sorted at Gasoline Panel and Paint in
Oh.
Wangara.
In Wangara,
If you
yeah.
don't know where they are, listen to our previous episodes.
Sorry, mate. I thought they were sponsoring this one. Sorry, dude.
But
Go.
there's more. There's
Okay.
always more. So, there's a podcast called Formidable Opponents. Check them out. They're American. They're a good laugh.
Shout out to formidable opponents.
Just type them in your Insta or whatever, and they're a good laugh. And
4 years into formidable opponents.
Formidable opponents.
Merry
Give 'em a
Christmas.
Good,
Merry
Christmas.
4 beers
That's
in.
it. 4 beers in. But also, here's a little cheeky game for you. So when you're out and about, I heard this. All right. So get some other mitts. Everyone's got other mitts.
Other mints or
Other
mitts?
mitts. Other mitts.
Mitts, like you put in your hands, like
Yeah,
gloves.
put your hands in.
Yep.
Other mitts.
Yep.
And then wear a really tall Santa hat that flops over. And then you try and unwrap a present.
With mitts on.
So wrap your present before you do it. Wrap it like a badger. You're trying to unwrap it like
I
a
wish
badger.
everybody could see what Danny was doing right now.
And then the next person
Special.
next to you is trying to throw a dice, a fluffy dice. And they have to roll a 6. Once they roll a 6, it goes to the next person. They're trying to unwrap it with the other mitts in the hat. Until you get to the end. There's a little Christmas pie there for you.
Is it $20 or $100?
I don't know, whatever you put in the present, it's up to you.
How would you describe your unwrapping technique?
I've never done that game.
I'd use my teeth.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it Christmas Eve. I'm going to be like, I've got a game for you.
Just going to wrap.
Because we
lots
always
of
do
stuff.
these Christmas games, but I quite like that game. I'm going to try it, give it a go.
So stay tuned for next
So,
season.
who's coming on the show next week?
Well, next week, it's not next week because this is the Christmas special. And so we got the season 3 cranking soon, yeah. So we got some good peeps come for
Stay
season
tuned.
3.
All the Christmas people could have. Who would you have come on the show?
I see where you're going there. Sorry,
sorry,
mate.
mate.
All right. Look, I'd want The Rock.
The Rock.
Yeah.
He would be awesome, wouldn't he? If he come on the show, he'd be so bloody
Christmas
cool.
Rock.
I'd be like, mate, I'll make you a cup of tea. I'll make him a cup of tea.
Yeah, have a cup of tea. Here's a rock with a bit of tinsel around it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
would.
Rock.
I would. That's a really good one. So, The Rock, if you're listening, if you're ever in Australia, Perth, WA, 4 beers in, and you want a cup of tea.
Do you reckon he tinks? Do you reckon he drinks 4 beers?
Nah, I don't think he drinks at all.
I reckon he drinks just water.
Yeah.
I think he's
Diet water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he drinks
Diet
that.
Coke.
You've seen him. He's a big guy, isn't he?
He's a big guy.
He's huge. I seen him with what's his name?
Small knees.
The dude that's shorter,
Chris.
but not short, but
Kevin
shorter.
Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, he's
Kevin Hart,
awesome.
big shout out. I saw you at Perth Arena, mate. I seen you. And yeah, those two guys, they could come on here. Don't forget us little guys.
So so don't forget us
Don't
little
forget
guys.
the
You're not a little guy. So Hart is your mule dude. So I got Rock. You got Hart. What we got?
Oh,
here?
well, no, he's not my Billy Piper. If you're listening,
Oh, I knew. Sorry, you keep going.
no, we got loads, don't we? Really?
We've talked about Avril, so let's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if you're
Avril.
going to Chad Kruger, is that where you're going with that?
I don't know if they're married anymore.
Are they not married anymore?
No.
Oh, no,
They
no.
gotta be. They gotta be.
I'll have to
Both
talk-
Canadian.
I'll have
Wait
to
a
talk to my
Ash,
my.
do you
my-
know?
I'll have to talk
What's
to my
going on
little
with
in
Avril?
there.
They're here,
I'll
aren't
ask
they?
him. I'll find out for you.
Do you know Chad?
No, I don't know Chad, but I've got a little in with the old Avril Lavigne sort of scenario there.
But
I'll
do you
ask.
know
Ah.
what? For your
Yeah.
listeners out there, talking about Nickelback and Chad Kruger, that song, How You Remind Me, that got me into rock music. Straight up.
So
That was Canadian. That's Canadian rock music. isn't it?
Canadian rock music got
Canadian
me
rock.
straight in.
who would you want? So we got Hart, we got Avril Lavigne, got the Rock.
Yeah.
What about you, mate?
Theo Von.
Who's Theo Von?
You haven't heard of Theo Von?
Nah, no idea. You're gonna have to explain.
So Theo Von is kind of like a redneck comedian
Oh,
in the States.
All right, get my phone out.
Google him.
This is live.
He's very politically incorrect.
Loving your accent.
Theo
Your accent's like this
Von.
mix of like Australian, Canadian,
Oh,
and
is
then
it?
also your fam. Like it's so
Oh
amazing.
yeah, I've seen him. He's young.
That's my
bloke.
biggest fear, though, is losing the accent and having that hybrid accent.
You still got the Aussie, mate.
There
It's
he
all
is.
good.
Is that him?
That's who the hell is that guy?
He's Theo Von.
Theo Von.
Oh,
Vonn.
Von. Oh, shit. This is the thing. Internet can bloody fool you. Oh, Forn. This could be our longest podcast ever.
It is already.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
Twice over.
We got
Maybe-
him. We got him. We're going to follow him. And he might come on our show.
Maybe we need to start to wrap this up. Maybe like, so do we have any guests for the new season? So the shout out to the next season. Is there any future
guess
guests?
what's happening in 2024?
Yeah. So
We got merch. We got music videos. We got loads of stuff happening. We've got Helen Townsend coming on the show.
Helen. Yeah.
We got Kathy coming on the show. And she's bilingual.
by what?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she can speak multiple languages. If you don't know who she is,
You'll find out.
yeah, you'll find out exactly.
You'll hear about it.
Lots of stuff happening.
I've got an
We're going
idea.
to do live podcasts. It's all happening in 2024.
I think because this is our Christmas special and it's gone for so long.
How long has it gone for?
It's gone for 45 minutes.
No.
It's 45 minutes. This is the longest.
This is our longest episode ever,
Episode.
but it is a Christmas special.
It is a Christmas. So I think to give the audience what they want, I think we all need to sing a Christmas carol now at the end of it.
What,
Just to say
last
Merry
Christmas or something?
So last Christmas. Can you all remember last Christmas?
That's got to be the best, isn't it?
So do you remember last Christmas?
Can we get some subtitles
Christmas
going on or something in the
Gave
background?
you my heart.
But
The very
very
next
last
day, you
Gave it away. This year
to
save me from tear.
I'll
You
give
gave me
it
to someone special, special.
Last Christmas.
Legendary fellas.
If you're not 4Beerzin at Christmas, you should be.
Merry Christmas to
All right,
everybody
we'll
out there,
sign
yeah?
off.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Happy
Have an apple pie.
Merry Christmas,
Apple pie.
apple pie.
Apple pie. Woo!